Hi, I'm Kevin Hill, and today we're going to do another fun painting. So let's get started. We'll start off today with the 1-inch brush and a little bit of yellow and white. And let's come right up here to the top and begin to drop in a very soft glow. Now we don't need too much. Don't want to go so crazy that it draws your eye way up here to the top. More, we're just looking for a gentle, soft glow in the background. A little bit of sunlight coming through. Maybe we'll do like a deep forest painting with a little waterfall today. Next, with the filbert brush, we'll just scrub in a few little background trees and bushes. Now these are so far away. All we see is just a very faint light gray color there. Maybe we need some up in through here. Just scrub them right in. Very, very little paint on the canvas. All right. Now, as you can see, I just took the filbert brush and did a quick basic sketch. This is maybe a waterfall. And these are some rocks. So I'll just take a little bit of black and begin underpainting the rock area. Maybe these are some nice big steep cliffs and various angles. And for now, I'll leave that waterfall area unpainted. All right, just scrub in a little bit of this color. It's okay if you cover up your sketch. It was mostly just in there to give us a basic idea of where we're going. All right. Now with the filbert brush and a nice light purple color, we can just scrub in this waterfall area. Now we don't need too much paint. A little bit goes a long way. Just scrub it really well into the canvas. And of course, this isn't the last shade. We're going to throw some beautiful highlights on it in just a second. Also, you can work in some black here and there to create some little rocks and things around the waterfall. And go back to the other color. And see, you can mix them together like this. Now with our filbert brush and a little bit of yellow, white, and black, let's just begin to scrub in a few little nice highlights up here. Really, we're just trying to shape the top of these rocks and cliffs here with a little bit of this sunlight. Don't need too much. We may come back and pick out a couple of rocks that have a little bit extra highlight later. But for now, we just locate the big ones. Now with the knife and a little bit of yellow and white, let's just begin to add on a very, very little detailed highlight up here. Now we really don't want a lot. Only want it on a few of these rocks. See, in my mind, the light's kind of coming across like this from above. This is maybe an opening in the trees here, and it's filtering through and catching some of these little stones. Nice. And maybe down in here, so catch some light. Oh, that's looking pretty good. Not too much, don't want to overdo. Now with our fan brush and some yellow and white, let's just begin to come up here and throw on some beautiful, soft little highlights. See this? I'm just going to drag down and create all the little splashes and things that this waterfall is doing. And it comes around like this, and you just kind of hit it at random where you think the little light areas might catch. And don't overdo. A lot of this is going to be in shadow because the light's kind of coming from the top. A lot of this mostly in shadow. Now with the 1-inch brush and a little bit of black and white, let's just begin to drop in some very nice soft misty areas here. Now we don't want to overdo this. Just like about everything, we don't want to overdo. Just sort of swirl in some of this mist and really cover up the base here. And you can have it work up like this. See that? Really push that waterfall back. There's a lot of water coming down here. There would certainly be a lot of mist. All right. Have it float up and through here as well. Now with the filbert brush and some black, let's come right here. Make a decision and just throw it in. We're going to do a nice big tree like that. And let's make that tree a little bit bigger. Oh, this is going to be a really nice size one today. Have it come down to about there. Yeah, I like that. And since that one was so easy, let's do another one right here. Nice. And maybe another one back here. This one maybe is going to be a little bit more subtle. I'm going to make it big though. Let's make it nice and big. We'll still keep it subtle. All right. We'll put less highlight on that one. Now with the 1-inch brush, we can just tap in a beautiful little tree up here. Now, we really are not trying to overdo it. Just need a little bit here to kind of frame in this painting. You kind of look in here toward the center, really hopefully toward that waterfall area. All right, so you twist the brush and turn it and move it, and so you get all these beautiful little limbs out here. Don't want any symmetrical patterns, and I want it very open and very leafy textured. Nice. Now with our filbert brush, we can just begin to underpaint this water here. Now I know I'm doing it in brown, but I'm doing that intentionally because I want to be able to see the sand and the dirt and the rocks underneath the water here. And as we come out from the bottom, we'll see less of the sand and we'll see more of the reflection of the rest of the things around it. So I picked up some gray, mix that gray right in there. And then we can even pick up some yellow and white and mix that in. Nice. Now with the fan brush and some white, let's just begin to drop in right there a few little nice tiny waterfalls, little areas where the stream falls over a couple of rocks. And of course we don't have to overdo this, just a little here and there. There's some. And blend it back, soften it, really make it fit with the painting. Give it some splash here at the bottom. Now with our filbert brush, some black and brown. We're going to do a big tree. A nice big tree right here. And it's probably going to come off the canvas like that. And we'll just brush it in. I know this is all dark here, but we just want the texture going in the right direction. And this big tree is going to come way down here, probably off the bottom of the canvas. Let's have him go right off like that. Oh yeah, nice. And of course, we're going to need a branch. And let's do our branch right here. Just gotta be bold and throw it in there. Nice. Otherwise, if you just sit there, you'll never get it in. You'll just keep worrying about it. You gotta just throw it in. If you don't like it, you can always cover it with little leaves and things, so you're never locked in. Next, we can begin working on these nice little leaves out here. So I just have the filbert brush and I'm tapping. I'm creating all these nice little, very detailed leaves. You see that? I'm creating a series of hits to create a clump. You don't want to just come in here like this, because that's not going to look like leaves. You have to connect them. Watch this. See what happens when you connect them. Then it becomes like a little branch that sticks out. Nice. And you just kind of do this over and over again until your little tree area is filled up, or as filled up as you'd like it to be. We don't want to go too far. All right. So you can skip around. That tree's not done, but we can also come over here and add some. Now with our fan brush, we finally get to add some beautiful colors here to the foreground. Just have a little bit of yellow and green right now. And I'm just tapping, allowing a lot of that dark to show through. Don't cover it all up. There, let's go with a little bit of, oh yeah, brighter color. And then watch this. Let's do a lot of moss today. In our painting, the moss kind of grows up the tree like this. It's very wet. Look at all that water. A lot of water in the air from that waterfall. There's a lot of mist, and oh, it's a wet area. I love that. We're going to highlight the trees, but for now, just throw this moss on like that. Just do it by tapping. Beautiful. I love it. I love these little wet, kind of forest type scenes. They're very pretty, kind of fun to do. Now I've changed to the filbert brush, really because it's a little bit smaller. And we can just drop in a few little little smudges of color, really the same color I had before. And this sort of suggests moss and things growing back here on these rocks, because it wouldn't be just rocks. Look at all this water. It would be a lot of beautiful little things growing. But all we want is suggestions. We don't really want to show each and every little bush or plant or patch of moss up here. We want to see individual little color patches and leave it at that. All right. Now we'll take a break from the moss for just a little while and add on some highlight to these beautiful little rocks sticking out here. Now you can tell already, this is going to be a very bright painting. The light's coming in like this and really hitting this land down here. So keep that in mind when you're doing this. See, that will really make those rocks stand out with this highlight. Same over here on this big one. Kind of sticks out like that. All right. Yeah, that's going to be nice. And a little touch on the top maybe of this one. These are kind of getting hit more directly on top. So keep that in mind. All right. A little subtle highlight back on this rock too. Now with our knife and a little bit of brown, white, and red. I love that red in there. Let's just begin to drop in a couple of beautiful little highlights. You see this? Where the moss isn't covering, you can drop in these little bark textures. Nice. And they should go up into the leaves a little bit like that. You can always cover them back over with leaves if you get too much. That's fine. Let's leave that one alone for a second. Put a little touch on this one. All right, now that the knife is basically out of paint, you can just touch into this one a little. Now with the filbert brush, we'll just tap in a little bit of this green moss that kind of grows up, maybe a little dead stump here. Old tree that fell over and this is all that's left. That's fun. Just adds a little bit of character to your painting. Of course, we'll cover up some of this here with these little just dabbing brush strokes. Just dab it right in and out, tapping. Don't slide the brush. If you slide, it just doesn't make a very nice effect. Looks more like green water, which is not what we're trying to paint today. There, don't be afraid to throw this out over some of the rocks. Nice. Now with our liner brush, you can just pull up a few little blades of grass here. You see this? Just pull them right up over the dark. You don't need to overdo. Just do it until it kind of starts looking good. Fill up a lot of this area. There, right around the stump, maybe over the stump, who knows? All right, well, I think we're done. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. Don't forget to check out my website, my DVDs, and also my brush line. And thanks for watching.